What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We're aiming for 20k subscribers and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and that's probably because you haven't hit the bell. Thank you again for all your support. We're so proud of the amazing community that we've built. So we're just taking a look at Vechain here, and as we can see, it does really look as though it's gearing up for a move. It's basically been chopping it sideways for essentially the past week in and around this previous level of structure here, basically coming back inside this little range that we formed for a while. We dropped down, we got that W double bottom, we come back inside the range now. And really, it looks as though we are consolidating nicely for potentially a move to the upside. Obviously, Bitcoin's been looking very bullish as well. A quick look at the Bitcoin chart will suggest, as you can see quite clearly here, that we're probably going to be getting a bit of a move for Vechain to the upside quite soon. Obviously, altcoins lag behind Bitcoin's price action, but we can clearly see here that Bitcoin had its ABC correction with that descending wedge, just like all these altcoins have. It got its breakout, consolidated, and then it's actually come up and broken out of this level at the top of the wedge that we formed here, basically forming that macro higher high, higher low, and now we've made another higher high. So really overall, Bitcoin looking really bullish, breaking out of that level. And you can see here with Vechain, if we just draw in our descending wedge here like this, you can obviously see that it looks as though Vechain is actually lagging behind in terms of price action. You can see with Bitcoin, it actually came up, consolidated, and it's actually looking something like this right now, where it's come up, it's broken out of the top of the wedge like this, and it's actually coming back down now to try and retest support before that continuation. Basically done something like this, where it's gone macro higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And you can see quite clearly that, this is looking very, very bullish indeed for Bitcoin. And it looks as though Vechain is actually lagging behind quite a lot. Vechain has actually been underperforming a lot recently. And this actually makes us more and more bullish, because the sooner the longer that it goes on like this, the more chance of it having that massive explosion of FOMO when it does start to run. And I mean, you can see what happened last time. It looks as though we came down, big downtrend, we got the bounce, another little downtrend, we got the bounce. It looks as though we are potentially coiling to some kind of big move like this into an apex potentially, where we could be looking at a very, very nice bounce to the upside. Obviously, it looks as though, as we said, Bitcoin with it heading up like this, doing something like this and coming down now to backtest the top of that previous little wedge we had through September. It looks quite likely, in our opinion, with Vechain coiling up like this, basically at fair value on our RSI, flipping to bullish. Basically, what we've done is we've reclaimed our 55 and our 20 moving average as well as support. You can see we're consolidating above that previous resistance as support. Really, really bullish. And obviously with Bitcoin heading up, it does seem likely, in our opinion, we're going to see that explosion for Vechain pretty soon, or at least coming back up to where we formed this wedge, because that is our technical target. Now we've broken to the upside from this, just like we have the technical target still of coming back up to this level here, although we're just on our way to that point, aren't we? You can see if we make our higher high, higher low, and we come up, we make a higher high, higher low, then obviously we're making our way back up to the top of that wedge. What was the all-time high? Around 28 cents. And then we can get up towards some of those price targets that everyone's looking for. So overall, you can see the confluence here. One more time, just so you can see a bit better. Here's the Bitcoin chart. You can clearly see it's got its descending wedge like this. It comes down with the ABC correction. We get the W double bottom. In September, we got the breakout and then the consolidation, and then we've had that move to the upside, breaking out of the top of the wedge. Now we're coming back down to backtest it potentially before that next leg up. Looking very, very bullish. And if Vechain does the same thing, you can see here, it's currently at the stage where it's consolidating before that move to the upside, where it breaks the wedge, comes up, makes another local higher high, comes back down for retest, and then basically has continuation. So you can see if altcoins are going to do what Bitcoin's doing, and they're just lagging behind, especially with Vechain being, underperforming as it is, it seems quite likely, in our opinion, that we could be looking at a similar kind of fractal for Vechain, where we come up here, have a nice little pump up to around 16 or 17 cents. We break this local high, we come back down and retest, and then you're basically making, as we said, macro higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then we're coming back up towards some of these levels that everyone's looking for. So if we throw that fib retracement tool onto this local area here, we can get an idea of the short-term price predictions. Obviously, we're holding our
EMAs right now really nice, and we are going to get that bullish cross basically in the next few days if we continue like this, which is obviously very, very bullish, and that could potentially trigger that move to the upside. Obviously, if we roll over, we do have a very strong support here at the 0.38 at about 10 cents. Also a very strong psychological support. You would expect that to hold. And if we do start moving to the upside, we've obviously got our first 0.50 Fibonacci target at around 12 cents to hit, followed by coming up to around that 618 at around 14, 15 cents as well. Getting back up into this area of structure that we've been looking at for a good while here. And then if we do follow that fractal that we're looking for Bitcoin, we need to be breaking out of this local high here around 16-ish cents and coming up to, you know, 17, 18 cents, maybe up to one of these levels here. Maybe as high as around 18 or so cents to make that basically higher high, higher low, higher high, come down, retest, higher low, and continue basically. So those would be our short-term price predictions, considering, you know, Bitcoin's obviously leading the market and it will do for a good while. It seems likely with Vechain underperforming, we're probably going to see it pump up pretty soon. And we do really think 50 cents to $1 by the end of the bull run, very likely considering these Fibonacci targets. So that's it, guys. We'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with the 4 videos that we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.